All right, it's time. It's time to start using the tools to create your content. So, as you can see from Expert Studio, you've already watched the videos. Of course, the videos aren't in yet because it's chicken before the egg. I'm making the videos now. How could they be in the system? So you have your videos up at the top, and then you can see the next one we have available agents. That is where you're going to make it rain. That is where you're going to create the content. Then underneath that, of course, attend the event. The AI client machine, definitely show up to that. There's a direct link right here. It's on January 28th at 10 a.m. We'll provide more information here. You also get a VIP session directly after where we're going to make content together. So for this version, you can't see it yet, but it will be in there. So you can add it to your calendars. It's going to be directly after the event. We're going to do the VIP, creating content, answering questions, so you know exactly what to do. No excuses. I'm going to hold you to it and make sure that you start creating content, you start getting clients in 2026. So looking at the platform, it's very simple. What we're doing is the assembly line. So remember, we got to jump from box to box to box, or from agent to agent to agent. So where you start with it is you click on agent 0. I numbered it to make it very easy, which is the web research part. So we just click on it right here. Very simple interface. It shows you what agent you're on in the chat. It shows you at the top. We show it to you everywhere. And you can type your question in here. I need research on Claude Cowork, which is a recent AI tool that came out. You can see you just can ask a question right there. It's good to go. It's going to start doing the research. You can see it's starting to use the Perplexity search tool to grab all the research about Claude Cowork and start to get you an answer for that. While it's generating, you can see it says stop at the bottom. You can edit and resend your prompt if you didn't like the output, or you didn't like how it came back, or maybe you got an error. Sometimes it happens. AI goes down a lot. It's not always our fault. Okay, don't blame me. Call up Sam Altman, Dario Amadeo, be like, hey, what's going on here? You can see we're starting to use the very first agent, the web research. And of course, after this, I'm going to do a video just going through a complete generation. This is only a partial generation for your knowledge. This is set up to work on mobile and on desktop. I use desktop personally, but my co-founder, Jeff, he wanted it to be mobile ready. So you guys get mobile access to this. So if you want to create the posts on your phone, you don't even need a computer. It's all included. So you can see it's doing all the research for it. It's grabbing all the information, all the links, everything else. So it's grabbing everything that it needs. It's using the agent to its full extent, and you can see it finished. This copy button right here at the bottom, you could just smash that and it's going to copy it to your clipboard. You don't need to copy this one directly, but of course, when you make a Facebook post, or when you have some content that you want to pull, maybe the image prompt, you can pull it directly that way. And I know what you're thinking, Matt, how do I switch agents? So this bottom bar is an extremely important one. You can see it's your main navigation for it. We start it collapsed, but just hit this up arrow. This is important. In order to switch agents and go on to the next step, you need to do this. So you can see that there's when I click on agents at the bottom, so the one right in the middle, agents, it pops up. And you can select the next agent. So what are you doing in the assembly line? You're not skipping any of the bolts. Your transmission is going to fall apart if you do that. So select the next agent and then give it the next prompt to, like, hey, now do the research extraction. You can give it very simple instructions like that, or give it complex guidance. If you want to give it complex guidance, you go right ahead. Let's say it does a generation you don't like. You can just keep it on that agent and get another output from it. You're just building up that short form memory. So once I select the new one, you can see one research extraction. I hit X at the top right here, and research extraction. You can see we're on that agent. We're ready to talk to it again. So you have that full conversation going, and you can get all the way to generating content. And we're going to do that in the next video. But first, I want to make sure you know how to use the platform, so you're not like, Matt, this sucks. All it does is research. No, you want to switch agents after every single step. Remember, step by step by step, we're doing it. We're filling that short-term memory full of the information we need to create everything proper, like the hook, etc. Next one. So the next button here on the far right is threads. These are all the chats that you have. So let's say you create a post and you're like, I didn't have time to post it, but you want to go back. You can go back to it. You could also edit the titles of these. We will have these, so they're automatically going to be updating based on what's generated in the chat, etc. But as for mine, it just shows new chat. But this is how you select the different conversations with it. So you can see one that we've already went through, switching through agent to agent to agent. And look at that. We have ourselves a full Facebook post, copy and paste ready, and an image prompt that's ready to go. But we'll go over that in more detail in the next video. And let's say we want to go back. You could also change spots on your assembly line. Let's say you already did every step. Doesn't mean you can't go back and create a different style of post, or let's say a post works really well. Go back to that conversation, create another post that's similar to it. And you could just select the same agent to create the post. That's its job. It makes Facebook posts. It's going to do a very good job on that. And then you can go back to home. So start out with the web research. That's where you want to start. That's the very beginning of the assembly line. You don't have to use web research. And I'll go into this in kind of more details about each agent. You could always post in your own information. You could post in transcripts. You could take other people's content. You get YouTube transcriptions posted in articles. It doesn't matter what it is. Like, we have it so the tool does it automatically to make sure everybody can build agents. Like, this is set up so my technology hating mother could even use this. Very simple. So just start on the very first agent, titled Agent 0, Web Research 37. And then you can see we go to Web Extract or Research Extraction, the Hook Creator, the Facebook Post Generator, and the Image Prompt Creator. These are all set up. They're all prompted with what I use personally. I did generalize them a bit. So of course mine are a little bit more trained on my style, but you still get my structure and format of the actual post. So from the homepage at the bottom, you're able to switch to actual different threads. You can see that we can look at all the conversations. So let's say you want to just jump right back into a conversation, click on the threads at the bottom. Or if you want to go to web research, you could see you could restart a brand new chat. It's that easy. And then make sure you hit this up button on the right side that has all the additional agents. So you could do agent switching where it's going to keep and build that memory. So next video, we're going to be going through a complete generation with this tool. And just going step by step through the entire thing. And we're going to generate a Facebook post. Bam.